Welcome back, everyone. It is Thursday, August 14th, and the MLB. Our two favorite picks are on the way, as always. Austin, joined by Logan, recapping yesterday. Not our best work, a 1-2 day. I did also subtract a quarter unit for our long shot, which did not come through. But to recap the plays, Rockies, Cardinals over 8.5. You run back your L's, normally turns green about 90% of the time. Phillies got absolutely smoked. That bad read there. Mariners, Orioles, it looked terrible early, but we knew the runs were coming. The fix was in, then we could not get extra innings tied 3-3. You just had one of the best relievers in baseball, couldn't force extras, which then we might have had a chance at cashing that one. But that's been our luck all season. I digress. Let's move on, Logan. Let's try to go 2-0 today. We historically have done pretty well when Logan and I each come to the table with one pick. And, if we go 2-0 today, we might up the units going forward tomorrow with just our one pick each. That was kind of when we got in our heater. One pick from each of us plus the strikeout sheet. Now, the strikeout sheet was selling, but our two picks were hitting. Let's try to do that. Let's start a hot streak today, and I'll begin with my favorite play of the day. We're heading out to Citi Field. We'll be back in the Mets. First five, team total over 2.5, minus 125 on DraftKings. Now, if you're looking for a FanDuel pivot, you're like, Austin, I can't seem to find first five team total on FanDuel. That's because they don't offer it. You'll be able to find on DraftKings, Fanatics, Caesars. I want to say all those books offer one of this exact line. Now, if you needed a pivot, I don't like trusting Kodai Senga. The guy just does not respect coin these days. So I would look at a first five over. Granted, that's going to be like a 4.5 kind of line, but I do think that he could give up 2 runs. He's done more than that over the last few starts. The Braves have seen him before, and we've already seen the Braves hit pretty well in this series. So again, I do like that, but I'm really just targeting fading Bryce Elder. And there's just a short list of guys that you just see on the mound and you don't care where the heck the books price it. You got to fade them. Guys that are on my list, Mitchell Parker, that guy sucks. Austin Gomber, we faded him yesterday. He sucks. And I'm sure there's more guys out there, but Bryce Elder should be on that list because Bryce Elder has been terrible this season. He's just been one of the worst pitchers in baseball. And we've seen the Mets bats quietly start to heat up. Now, has it translated into wins? Not really. They led 6-0 yesterday, giving David Peterson some run support, and they gave up 9 runs in like the 4th inning. But we've seen the last 4 righties to face the Mets have given up 3, 6, 8, and 6 earned runs. Saw them do it to Strider, saw them do it to Carrasco. They have to do it against Bryce Elder in his 6.12 ERA and 1.56 WHIP. I mean, if you're putting 1.5 guys on base every inning, one guy here and there, 2 guys the next inning, you're going to get tagged for some runs. And we've seen Elder, he's first percentile in pitching run value and off-speed run value, 4th in expected batting average, 8th in expected ERA, and 13th in hard hit percentage. So again, he's not really striking out guys, and guys are getting on base, and they're doing things with the baseball. He's also struggling with runners in scoring position, 312 batting average with runners in scoring position, 275 with 2 outs. And the Mets have obviously seen Elder before, 53 career plate appearances versus him, 19% K rate, a 295 expected batting average, and a 92 mile per hour average exit velocity off of his pitches. I mean, he has just struggled this season. If you go in depth as to how he's been pitching as of late, he has a good start here and there, but the good start is not like he's cooking. It's like 2 earned runs. I mean, he's allowed 2 or more earned runs in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight starts, coming off a 5 earned run start. His only good starts have been at the Athletics, where he gave up 8 hits and a walk and managed to get out of there with only 2 runs. And then his last good start was in Great American Ballpark, where the Reds have not really been a great offense as of late. Maybe they're starting to heat up now as they come into their Brewer series. But again, some good offense have been able to tattoo him. We've seen the Mets offense start to heat up. I think they can get us 3 runs in the first 5. You can go full game if you want to. That's probably going to be like a 4.5 total. I'd rather just trust the Mets in the first 5 to get us 3 against Bryce Elder. We can afford some errors or whatever it may be. Bryce Elder has a 3.5 earned runs line. We don't even need to cash that to hit this over. I really think the Mets at least bring the bats today. Count me out on Kodai Senga, but count me in on the Mets bats, who I think are heating up. So I'll take the Mets first 5 team total over 2.5. But Logan, as we saw yesterday, scene of the crime picks, smack. I don't need to tell the people where you're headed, but you can.
Yeah, no, this is one that I just woke up and I was like, damn it, I'm running this. I'm running it back. Taking the Mariners and Orioles over 9.5, minus 105 odds on Caesars. Now, yesterday, obviously, we got an 8.5 line. They teased us with some runs late. I really thought if this goes to extras, there's a really good chance we cash yesterday, just because all you would have needed from each team is 1 run scored in extras. With a runner on second base, no outs, you feel pretty good about that. Now, we were teased. It just didn't come through. I will not sit here and watch there be a lot of runs today in this game. No, I'm going down, and if I'm going down swinging in this series, because I love the over today with substantially worse pitching. I mean, yesterday on paper, Trevor Rogers and Logan Gilbert, those were a lot better pitchers. I said, I know a good pitcher sometimes yield overs, even though it doesn't make sense. But bad pitchers today, coming off a game that snuck under, I love the over I love the over a lot actually today, and it's not just because I lost yesterday. Do not let that narrative creep into your mind. Let's talk about these two starting pitchers who I want to fade. First one, Tomoyuki Sugano starts for the Orioles, 4.24 ERA, 1.31 WHIP. Now, if you look at Sugano and his game log, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run start versus the A's. That was a really solid start. Now, in that one, though, he did face a lot of, base runners. He faced some traffic late. That could have easily been a 3 earned run game. I was watching that game and kind of looking at that start. He did make it deep, but something to notice about his game log is that he doesn't normally string together good starts like that. Good start, bad start, good start, bad start. He's just not consistent. That's how he has the ERA that he does. If he had good starts every outing, he'd have like a, sub 3 ERA. But looking at Sugano too, he did face the Mariners already. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. I love the fact that he already saw them and pitched well against them. Now this is obviously a different Mariners lineup too that he will see this time around versus the last time, and they will definitely at least have some pitcher hitter familiarity, which again will benefit the hitters in this matchup. Sugano escaped jams in his last start, but he's still allowing a 282 batting average with men on, 250 batting average allowed with runners in scoring position. So he's not unhittable with runners in scoring position, and pitching out of the stretch, hitters have had some success versus him. First time through the order, too. That's, I think, when the Mariners need to be aggressive and attack Sugano, because he's allowing a 293 batting average first time through the order. But, it does go down a little bit second and third plate appearance. But if they can get to him early, I feel great about this one. Sugano's StatCast numbers, something I'm going to mention with the next pitcher too, but his StatCast numbers are not impressive at all. 5.69 expected ERA. The expected numbers say this guy's getting lucky and he's due blow up starts any time out, which again is exactly what the game logs show. 9th percentile in barrel percentage, 5th percentile in whiff percentage. Does not get the swing and miss consistent. And that's why I still think he's in a bad position today. Mariners need to bring the bats. They're an inconsistent offense, but I'm not asking for much today. You give me 3+ earned runs off Sugano, we're going to cash this over. And then we're going to need some hits and runs off of the other starting pitcher, Logan Evans, who starts for the Mariners. 4.36 ERA, 1.39 WHIP. Again, that WHIP is a little bit high, and it makes sense because if you look at the StatCast numbers, they mirror that. Like Sugano, Evans' StatCast numbers are bad. 10th percentile in expected ERA, 5.4 expected ERA. So just like Sugano, these are both mid-5 ERA expected ERA pitchers, right? Sometimes the expected numbers lie to you, but sometimes they're truthful, and I think they're truthful in this case. I think Logan Evans is due bad start after bad start, especially because he doesn't do anything consistently well. Just 20th percentile in K percentage, 8th percentile in barrel percentage, 13th percentile in hard hit percentage. When you're bottom tier in a lot of these very important StatCast metrics, every start you have, if you have a good start, it kind of defied the numbers, and that just means your next start out, you're more likely to get tagged. And just Logan Evans is not a consistent K guy, which again, those are the guys I fear against the Orioles because there's a lot of guys in there that'll swing in the dirt. But in 2 August starts, his ERA is a 5.23, and both those 2 starts were at home where he pitches better. I mean, on the road, his ERA is a 5.45 compared to 3.32 at home. So he pitches much better at Seattle. Most pitchers do. It's a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. And the fact that he's on the road in this spot, could the Orioles bats really wake up and tattoo this guy? I think so, absolutely. And then we go to the bullpens because hopefully neither of these starters make it all that deep. Saw some runs in the bullpen yesterday. Gave me hope, gave me life. Over the last 2 weeks, the Orioles are 26th in bullpen ERA. The Mariners are 5th in bullpen ERA. Again, Mariners bullpen came in and sold yesterday, which, again, I didn't see coming if you just look at the numbers. But that's the beautiful thing about having an over is sometimes the starting pitchers can hold it down, but you get those sneaky runs late. Hopefully we get that same trend today, but hopefully we get enough off the starters this time so that the runs in the bullpen push us over this line. I love this play. Hopefully we have success once again running back a losing pick. Austin, I love this little mini card we cooked up. Just let's focus on going 2-0 today.
Yeah, we just need a 2-0 day, keep the line moving, and get it done. And let's cash your over in the first 5. Why not? We don't even need bullpens. Let's get 10 runs in those first 5 innings. We only have those 2 picks. We don't even have a strikeout sheet today. There are 2 others that I did look hard at, so I'll talk about those right now. I looked at the Cubs and Blue Jays over. I don't think Scherzer's all that good. I think Matthew Boyd, I get he's been good, but his last few starts on the road have been tough. And we know the Blue Jays are a great offense against lefties. I could see that game. That series has been very low scoring, but those 2 offenses that we know can explode for 6 or 7 runs. I think today could be that day. And then I looked at trying to get some runs in that Diamondbacks Rockies game. Both those starters just saw the opposing team, which sometimes I'm like, all right, when they both got rocked. Sometimes I'm like, all right, well, maybe they make adjustments. Sometimes the pitchers just are bad, though. And Eduardo Rodriguez and Bradley Blaylock could fit into the category of being bad. So I like runs there. But again, let's just go with the 2 picks. Mets first 5 team total over 2.5. The over in the Mariners and Orioles game. Let's go 2-0. If we go 2-0, maybe tomorrow we up the units because that's when we've had our most success instead of spamming the board. Or maybe we spam the board. I don't really know. We're trying to grasp at straws to get something going to end August, the next few weeks, and hopefully have a big September. Let's do it today. Let's go 2-0. We'll see you back tomorrow with some more picks. As always, it's Austin Logan. We're signing out. See you tomorrow.